welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Fenneko, the community manager here at Ultima Online for Broadsword Online Games, and you're here for a very special Play With Me session. It's almost going to be a little bit of a story today. But before we get started, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that follow button, that subscribe button, and more importantly, the like button and that little bell notification. It's going to let you know every time that we post a video and every time we go live. Don't forget to check out uo.com, your #1 source of all things Ultima Online. And heck, while you're there, go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. It's how you're going to stay in the know about UO. And finally, the Discord. If live one-on-one chat with your fellow players or us is your thing and you like giveaways, who doesn't? You're going to want to check out the official UO Discord. Alrighty. Hello, Albior. Hello, Asmodi. Hello, Machete, lurking in the bushes. We've got a couple things that I kind of want to go over today. Pardon me, my cold or whatever this is still is kind of lingering. I'm feeling okay. It's just lingering. But there's a few things that we're going to be going over today. Today we're going to be doing some house placement, so that's going to be super fun. Yes, I know. So I'm going to get into the actual patch notes because Publish 123 went live just the other day. And there's a lot of things going on with Publish 123. The notes are quite extensive. And I know, maybe you've kind of skimmed them and decided, I don't want to go through and read all this. Maybe you did, but we're going to go over them. You think it's a good patch for PvP? That's nice. Please do. No idea what that's about. Absolutely, Machete. I got you covered. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Malice first. And we're going to get ourselves a housing tool so that we can actually place our first official house. Isn't that crazy? We're going to place our first actual official, large home. That's wild to me. So we need a house placement tool, and what the heck, we're going to grab one of those other tools while we're at it. So we've got our tools ready to go. Yeah, I get a house. Hey, Sable. Lots of spots open around Zento. Well, we're going to decide where we want to live. We're going to kind of venture out, and we're going to decide where we want to live. But first, let's quickly go over the patch notes for Publish 123. Now, Chironics, I know, mentioned that, this is just the first iteration of the Publish. So there's going to be other iterations coming. So please keep that in mind. And if you have feedback, you don't like something, or you like something a lot, or you feel that something might need a little bit more improvement, but you're not quite sure what that is, please post all of that in the TC1 area for the feedback. So please don't hesitate to do that in the Discord. All right, let's go over the 123 patch notes, and I'm just gonna kind of read them off. So we're going to start with Sprite Light. Sprite Light is a new seasonal event where players explore the world to find and harvest magical mushrooms. Sprite Light will occur every year, with the initial run beginning with Publish 123 worldwide and ending July 1st. Okay, so if you want to check out Sprite Light, you can do that on TC1 right now. Some of you I know already saw me on TC1. So yeah, I have been testing out the waters and getting some stuffs together. So that's a ways away yet. Not like a ways away. I shouldn't say a ways away. It's going to be a little while yet. Let's just say that. All right, so we have the Sprite Light mushrooms. They can be found across the open world and in dungeons in all facets. The type of mushroom that spawns will vary based on the biome it appears in. Mushrooms also come in a variety of hue variants of differing rarity. So what does that mean? Desert, ice island, you know, the jungles, the forest, you know, all the dungeons. Those are where you're going to find all those. Sprite light mushrooms can be harvested with a mushroom harvesting knife. Freshly harvested sprite light mushrooms will be unidentified by default and will begin to decay rapidly. Fresh unidentified sprite light mushrooms can be turned into the sprite light trader for minimal points. Sprite light mushrooms can be identified by using the Forager's Field Guide mushrooms. Identified mushrooms will be worth significantly more points when turned into the sprite light trader. So make sure that you actually identify all of your mushrooms. Fresh sprite light mushrooms can be preserved by using a mushroom preservation pack. Preserved mushrooms will no longer decay and can be kept indefinitely as a display piece. So you can, you don't have to turn them in if you don't want to, especially if you find a color that you really like or a mushroom that you really like, because there's a lot of varieties in there. Identifying sprite light mushrooms will provide a small amount of honesty. Preserving them will give you a small amount of humility. Preserved mushrooms cannot be turned into the sprite light trader, however, as the trader only deals with fresh mushrooms. So you won't be able to trade them in once you preserve them. Okay. Then there's going to be these colossal toadstools, and let me tell you, you can't miss them. Okay. They are rare, oversized mushrooms that offer a unique harvesting experience. Upon harvesting, the colossal toadstool will create a number of sprite light mushrooms around it. Once fully harvested, the colossal toadstool will be harvested and can be kept as a decorative item. Colossal toadstools cannot be turned into the sprite light trader, and harvesting a colossal toadstool has a rare chance to uncover a sprite light forager pet statue embedded within. And these are all things that you can see on TC1. You can get the statue right away of the new pet statue. You can get that right away in Brit Commons. So there's a little statue right there. I do believe it's green, so check that out. Truffles. Yes, you'll be able to find truffles. Truffle hogs will appear at various farms throughout Britannia during the sprite light bloom. Truffle hogs can be tamed to accompany you on your mushroom foraging voyage. Having a truffle hog nearby while harvesting a sprite light mushroom gives you the chance to find valuable truffles. Black and white truffles can be used in new tinkering and tailoring recipes. Giant truffles are a rare variety that are worth a large amount of turn-in points at the sprite light trader. So there's a bunch of new craftable items, and some of them you're going to need to do the event. And some of them are recipes that you're going to get that, you know, you can do for, you know, nice deco or wearables. So you have the mushroom harvesting knife. You can craft it using tinkering. You absolutely need this to harvest the mushrooms. So make sure you have a tinker or know a tinker. It just needs ingots. Yeah, and the mushrooms that you find in... no, you just need ingots for that one. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Forager's Field Guide mushrooms, you could craft this with cooking. Now you're going to need, this is what you're going to use to identify your mushrooms. You will need the Book of Lore, so make sure you have one of those made. And then, so you'll need the inscription to create that Book of Lore. And then you will need the tiny little mushrooms from, the miniature mushrooms from Heartwood. So make sure you have that. It's also a good reference guide with lore and habitat info for each mushroom species. The mushroom preservation pack, you're going to need this as well. You make this with tailoring. It's in the miscellaneous area. And all you need is leather for that. You use it to permanently preserve your mushrooms as decorative items, though preserved mushrooms cannot be turned in for event currency. The mushroom basket, that's a recipe that you're going to be able to get. And the dead shroom cap, which is a nice mushroom hat that you're going to be able to get. And that's going to be in tailoring hats. And that, I do believe, is on the reward vendor. The following boss tier monsters will scatter a variety of sprite-like mushrooms around them when they are defeated. This includes the Dreadhorn, Travesty, Chief Peroximus, Lady Melisande, Monstrous Interred Grizzle, Shimmering Effusion, Medusa, Lord Oaks, and Sylvani, and Twallow of the Glade. The Sprite-like Trader, you're going to want to see Morelia within Heartwood to exchange your points. And she's not far from the entrance area, so you'll be able to find her. It's hard to miss with all the deco. Beautiful deco. So the rewards, there is a wide variety of rewards. I really encourage you to go check them out. There's a lot. I'm not going to go through the list, but I really encourage you to check TC1, to check the list of rewards that they have there. Everything from wearables to deco items, to titles, to, equipment, just, all that kind of good stuff. And like I said, I highly encourage you to check out TC1, or you can check out the published notes as soon as you get to it. Camps the Mushroom Cave. So now there's some new wooden weapons, and these have been added as carpentry craftables and as reward items from the new Spoils of War system to give diversity between skills. There are some new one-handed weapons and some new two-handed weapons that you're going to be able to check out. And again, these are all wooden weapons, brand new. So you're going to want to check those out. There's been a lot of PvP updates. We don't have a whole lot of time to go through the list, so I'm going to kind of give the TLDR version. So I highly encourage you to check out the notes if you want to see more information. Like the Enchanted Apple will now have a cooldown between 30 and 60 seconds. Smoke bombs can no longer be instantly used after being detected by Detect Hidden. Bolas will now have a chance to get destroyed after being used in PvP combats. Do they have? I do believe so. Hit Sparks now applies a 30-second per target immunity timer. Nerve Strike damage now scales with player swing speed in addition to their Bushido skills. Players will now be subject to an outgoing damage debuff based on plus skill items. So please, I encourage you, please go check that out on uo.com. It's in the Publish 123 Publish notes. So please go check that out. There's a Harrower update. The Harrower encounter can now spawn in Ice Dungeon, Khaldun, and the Orc Dungeon. It now has a third phase. Upon reaching half health while in its true form, the Harrower will spawn the eyes of the Harrower and the mouth of the Harrower, and it takes reduced damage while the eyes and mouth are alive, and it cannot be killed while the eyes and mouth are alive. So you're going to have to take those out first. And upon defeat, it will drop a chest of the Harrower on the ground next to their corpse. So, and that's part of the Spoils of War system. The Spoils of War system is a new PvP currency system that provides unique rewards for players to acquire through PvP activities. It's only currently only activated on the Harrower encounter. There's a lot that goes with that. So again, you're really going to want to check that out. I mean, there's a lot of rules with how that works and everything else. So if PvP is something that you want to get into or you are into and you're curious about the Spoils of War encounter, you're going to want to check that out on uo.com. Cleanup Britannia has been updated to accept over 150 new items. Use the Appraise for Cleanup option via the trash can context menus to value turn-in items. And the Reward Gump has been updated to Modern Treasures of Style. There is a new Transmog Potion. It is for the next slot. The help menu does have an update. It has been updated to increase size and readability. I know a lot of people have complained that everything was too small. It is now better. Updated link points to relevant uo.com pages now, so those will work. Refactored the help menu flow to streamline reporting of terms of service and or rules of conduct violations. So that's gonna be a lot easier now. Please note, you may experience text irregularities while using Publish 123 client until 123 is worldwide on all shards. So there's some quality of life and bug fixes. The Stables Gump has an updated UI to make the user experience easier for identifying and claiming stabled pets. Super excited about that one. Newer Treasures of Style reward vendors will now offer user scalability to increase visibility of reward items in the reward gump, as well as have buttons to quickly jump to the first and last page. Let's see. And that means that, you know, you can size it according to what you want to see. Recipe scrolls will now show which crafting skill they belong to on the tooltip. Super nice. Kindle Heart Music Box now accepts music gears. The Kindle Heart Armoire Container Gump now uses the correct space when large gumps are enabled. Ember Fruit are now stackable, but this only applies to the Ember Fruit created after Publish 123. Void Fragments are also stackable, only to those created after Publish 123, and hitching ropes can once again be crafted by tinkers, finally resolved an issue causing players to not reflag properly after engaging in PvP combat while not a member of EVV. So, lots of stuff. I know that was a lot to go through. I know. But now that we've got all that, hopefully you have kind of an idea of, you know, all of the published notes. Again, if any of those seem to spark your curiosity or questions even, I would highly encourage you to go check out the published notes, chat on the Discord. There are some special channels on the Discord specifically. It is called Test Center 1, and it's Publish 123. That is the one we are on right now. And you can go to TC1 General Chat. If you find a bug, there's the bug reports there. And then, of course, there's the feedback there as well. So whether you want to post feedback or you want to post, you know, a bug report, or you just want to chat about it with your fellow players, again, or if we tend to pop in, you're welcome to chat it out with everybody, and we can all kind of, you know, get a feel of Publish 123 and have some fun with it. So hopefully that answered a lot of questions about Publish 123. I sincerely hope. I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer your questions. But I mean, I can do my best. I mean, obviously. Oh, nice to see you too. All right, so let's get on to finding a house. Nope, not today. Today, I'm building a home. Today, we're going to build a house. Fenneko needs a house, like a proper house. Yes, no maps today. Thank you. Yeah, nice. I'm excited about this. I don't know about anybody else. I'm excited. So, going to try. Going to try for an 18 by 18. That's the plan. Thanks. All right. So we've got a few places that we can look. Thank you. So we've got a few places we can look. Don't forget to make a guest room for Steve the healer. Yes, we have to make a nice guest room. We also have to make a nice area for our pets to kind of chill and, you know, have some nice, you know, quality time. A nice, I don't know, like a nice spa area for our wonderful pets, because they deserve a nice rest area. So let's take a look. I'm confident we're not going to find one inside Luna. So I think we're good there. But I was told there is plenty of room around here for, you know, a house. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look, and if we can't seem to find one here, well, there is always Zento. Oh. Well, how are we feeling about this spot? I mean, this seems like a nice, quiet spot, don't you think? What do you think? Send it? You think this is a good spot? I think it's a good spot. It looks nice. Let me see. Someone left a painting for me. Yes. Let me see. I'm gonna have Cinderwing stay. Oh yeah, plenty of room for an 18 by 18. No. So here's the thing. Yeah, GM might have to remove that painting first. I mean, we could try, and I mean, we want to do this. We want to do a custom house. That was my thing. I really want to do a custom house. I want to build it from scratch, you know? I want to build it from scratch. So I think, you know what? Let me see. I think this spot could. I think it could. I do. I think it could. I don't know if those rocks might be an issue though. Not too far from Luna, actually. So we'd have to go about here. Maybe out here, maybe. Should we give it a go? I'm trying to build a Japanese style in Zento by the wall, but I have no idea how to do a roof. Well, funny you should ask that because I'm planning on doing a roof. So we'll get into that. Don't worry. We got to take it one at a time. I mean, poor Fenneko here. We've been working really, really hard, okay, to get money for a house. We've done all these maps. Yeah, I mean, we can definitely try. We have been trying really, 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 really hard to try and, you know, get enough money so that we could do, you know, our own special, you know, house and everything. So this is it. You could live next to a swamp. I don't know if I want that. I like the idea of being close to Luna, because then, you know, we're not super far, you know, and there's not a whole lot of trees in Malice. So I mean, that being said, there's not a whole lot of trees. So I mean, it'll be nice to, you know, do that, I think. That's why I took Zento 2 screens from the Moongate. Yeah, see, I'm thinking right here. What do you guys think? Think right there is nice? I think right there is kind of a perfect spot. I mean, we're right, kind of. That looks good. I mean, so here's the thing. We're right next to wood if we need wood. We're right next to mining if we need mining. Okay? And then we're not far from Luna if we need to go to a bank. You really need a custom keep. Let's build this first. Let's build this one first. All right, let's see. We did it! We have our first 18 by 18. Yay! See this? It's all mine. Oh, we worked so hard for this. Yay! Look at that. Come on, Cinderwing. Take a look at your new home. Look at this. What do you think, Cinderwing? Huh? What do you think? What do you think? Is it nice? We're going to make it super nice. We're going to have a nice stable and we'll have we'll have a guest room for Steve the healer. And heck yeah. We're going to have a nice little house. Now you have a bigger place to pack that stuff. Absolutely. All right. So we worked hard. I'm going to give Cinderwing a little pat. And then we're going to start building. So this is the fun part, and this is the part I love about UO. It's one of my favorite things to do. Is we get to do customization. And I love doing customization. So, let's first change. Well, let's rename the house. What should we rename it? Fenneko's Retreat? How's that? Fenneko's Retreat? Are we good with that one? Or should we call it like something grand? We worked so hard for this one. Lots of maps went into this. Lots of maps and matriarch fights. Cinderwing's bathroom? No. Fenneko's bulk storage? No. Let's see. It needs to be something welcoming. Something welcoming and something that says, you know, we worked this hard to get here. I don't know. Blanche-Neige, arigatou gozaimasu. Arigato. Thank you. Fenneko's Airbnb? I don't know. I'm not renting it out. I'm not renting this. No way. Fenneko's Stream Dream. Oh, I love that. Okay. Fenneko's Stream Dream. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Yay. We have a name for our house now. So let's change the foundation style. Now I know the kind of, yeah, machete. So I know I kind of have an idea of what I want to work with. So I think, and we can still change it at any time. I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay. Let's change the house hanger because that post just makes me sad. I'm going to go with this one because it looks kind of like a heart almost. I like that. We're going to change the sign post. I'm going to go with a slim post. Yeah. You can make a stream flowing through your house too. That's true. We could do that. All right, I'm so excited. Let's finally do this. Fenneko finally is getting the house of her dreams. Look at that. So, and this is where if you've never had a house in UO, I mean, you can most certainly follow along and have some fun with us. So one of the things that really got me excited was I wanted to try the new Celtic wall tiles because I am super duper stoked about those. I'm trying to find them. I do believe that's it. Was that it? I don't know. I'm not seeing the new wall tiles. Let's work on the floor. Let's work on the floor. How about that? We'll work on the floor. We've got wooden floors. We're not going to do dirt because that's just sad. We're not going to do anything like that. Let's see. I love the water. We're definitely going to have to do something like that. Some of them don't work on the web client. Oh, no. Oh, dear. You know what? I'm going to let someone know about that because I'm bummed now. How could they not work? I'm sad. I am really sad. Let me, hang on. Okay. I've already put the message through. So we're just gonna we're gonna just kind of we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I had to switch to the EC to do some of the tower builds and whatnot. Ooh. I mean, we could switch to the EC. We could switch to the EC. It's not a huge deal. We could switch. The tiles just aren't in the client for whatever reason. We could switch to the EC. We could switch and do it that way. However, what I'm gonna do first is let's work on the floors first because I just want to get the floors at least out of the way. Like, what are we thinking for floors? I want something nice. Maybe switch and see? Big. Quite a few. Quite a few. But I can't give you an official number. Sorry, that is not something that we publish. Oh, yes, yes. All right, let's see. What are we thinking? I like those. Those are nice. Those are nice. Okay, those are nice. I kind of like the way that it's almost like Celtic. I kind of like the Celtic vibe. Let's keep that one in mind. I kind of like it's almost got a Celtic vibe to it. And with the wall tiles, I think that's going to work out really, really well. I used to play Atlantic as part of UWF. Oh no. They are all over the place. They are all over the place. Luna is where you find a lot of people buying and selling stuff. Yeah. But no, they're all over. Trust me, they're all over. If you're looking for people like, yeah, I would say if you're, I mean, there's people in Britain too on Atlantic. So I would say, honestly, never gauge, and I've said this before, never, ever, ever gauge how many people are online solely based on the people you see at the bank. Because there are so many people that are not going to bank sit. They're out doing things. They're not going to the bank to sit around. They're going there to deposit or withdrawal, and they're on their way. They are not going to hang around there. Most of the people that you see at the bank are either waiting for a matriarch gate or a broodmother gate, or they're buying and selling. Yeah, with all of the events going on, never gauge a shard by how many people you see at the bank. Honest to goodness, never gauge by that. There's just so much going on in the worlds. It's crazy. Yeah. Day! Never trust a train. They have locomotives. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna put that tile there. I'm gonna put this tile here. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna put this tile here. No, here. I know, I'm being indecisive. And I'm gonna put this, this tile there, there, and I'll tell you why. Because what I'm gonna do is I want to make it so that you can see the floor art, you know? I want to be able to see the floor art, because if you put it like on the edges, you never get to see the floor art. Makes me sad. So I like this. It's giving me Celtic vibes, and I like that. Especially since we want to use the new house tiles. I really want to get that vibe going. I hope that makes sense. Because, like, I like having, you know, continuity throughout, like, when I do my housing builds. I really like continuity. So, like, having a sandstone house with, like, marble insides and wooden walls inside, to me, it just doesn't work unless you're going for a specific theme. I really love continuity. So that's why I'm gonna do this to keep the continuity going. Has a track record of bad puns. Change his name to what? All right. Are they bad? LOL. I kind of attribute them to they're just groaning pains. Yeah, it's more dad. It's giving dad energy. Like, you know what I mean? It gives dad energy, you know? All right, let me see. I kind of like these in here too. Trying to find the corners. Let's see. Ooh. Now what? How do we go across from there? Let's see, what tile fits with that one really well? None of them really do. Oh. Well, that might have been a mistake. Fenneko really likes my dad energy. You're going to need a kitchen for all the eggs. I know. We're gonna need a kitchen. I love to deco, so this is gonna be super fun. You know, I thought maybe we could do like these, but I don't see like anything that really connects these really nicely. It just kind of looks like a garbled mess. I think what it's supposed to be is like this. But it's giving me like tryptophobia. Kind of. and I'm not a fan. So I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to do these like almost like a jade marble kind of thing. All right. Gonna try and be really careful not to go over existing tiles. Because I hate that when you go over existing tiles and then you gotta go back and fix it again. And you're just like, ah! All right. So far so good. I knew we missed one. Yay! Dragon scramble. Yeah, that's going to get real busy real quick. Pardon me. Pardon me. Yeah, definitely is. And I'm not a big fan of the whole, like, super busy flooring. So, I think that's good. So, I'm going to commit this for now. And let me see if I can get the EC client going. It'll be interesting to see how that looks, you know, in the EC too. I like the CC. I do. I really like the CC, especially the web client. So now there's some music that plays with the EC with Pinkos, because that's what I use for the Japanese streams and everything. So I'm just going to mute for a second because it is horrendously loud and I can't turn it off. I've turned it off like every single time. It's annoying. So one moment. Okay, that's all done now. That's all done now. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, day. Phoenix, yeah, it really is, honestly, it is like ear-shattering, to be honest. It really is, and I can't say I am a big fan of it myself. So give me a moment. I'm just going to try and clean all this up, because like everything's kind of everywhere right now. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Well, this we can definitely move. We don't need that there. And this we can move for sure. I'm gonna move it over here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Give me a moment. One more moment. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Thank you very much for that. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do that to these. No, I don't want to see the tips. Goodness. All right. quest objectives. No. You know what? I'm putting you down here now because you're driving me crazy. Short trip, I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, now let me see if I can move you guys over there. Look at that. Electrifying story. Yeah, what kind of gum do bees choose? Bubble gum or bumble gum? Oh my gosh, that one has me buzzing. Don't encourage him! Don't encourage him. All right, let me see. Where are the options again? Because I definitely want to get the health bars fixed. We'll do classic. Yeah, that's better. All right. Got the classic health bars now. I got my journal down there. I can still see it at least, which is fine. All right. I think that's good now. I think that's good now. Oh, it does look a little different, doesn't it? It does look a little different. Wait, Fenneko, are you saying I need to... Oh, no. What am I saying? Beehive. Oh, my gosh. I'm not saying anything anymore. I'm not saying anything. You're the bee's knees. Oh, my goodness. It's the egg thing all over again. All right, let's get back to building our house. Hey there, Silverwing. Let's see. I'm gonna unlock this because that's gonna get annoying really quick. All right, let's customize this house. Yes, it will take a few seconds. We know. All right, let's go to the walls again. I'm assuming they're at the end. There they are. Look at them. They're so pretty. Oh, I love it. They're so pretty. Oh, I really like the full Celtic wall. Is that going to be too busy, though? Is the full Celtic wall going to make it just too busy? Or should we do the half Celtic wall? I like the half Celtic wall. It hurts. Yes. Gotta mix it up. All right. All right. So let's do the bottom floor with this beautiful, like, this beautiful one here. I like that one. So we'll do the bottom floor like that. I used all the tiles on Atlantic. Oh my gosh, Elsa Sting. Oh my goodness. What are you doing to me? Hey. All right. Let's keep going. I'm going to put all the corner pieces on right away. I tend to work the corner pieces right away only because then I don't have to think about it later. Then I can kind of... I'm a punny guy. Oh my gosh. You are. You definitely are. All right. So I like to put the corner pieces on first because then I can kind of get an idea of where I want to put windows and everything. The nice thing is we've got like these slit windows, and then we actually have like these actual windows, and we have a choice between the round or the square windows. I like the clean round ones. How's it going, Fenneko? Oh my goodness, it's going great. All right, so I'm thinking let's put a slit wall there and a slit wall there. And I am a stickler for continuity, in case you haven't noticed. I like, it makes my OCD happy. I like the round. I like the round ones too. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Again, I am a stickler for continuity. So I am going to, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, of course there's 13. UO custom housing is not for people with OCD. I know. 13. Excuse me, what? I can't go 7. Dwelling on a single word makes you seem detached. Gotta put a blank next to the front corners. Razor is not Joe. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leaves with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works. That works. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. I love it. And then here's the nice thing. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. That's on the same line, right? Sure. We'll say yes. 3, 4, 5 geometry. You know what would fix that problem? What do bees like with their sushi? Wasabi. If they had an actual corner piece with windows. I know. But it'll be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's one off. I know. Wait, one is off? It is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for catching that. I would have caught it later and then just like gotten so upset with myself. All right, let's fill in these then. And then I'm gonna do 1, 1, 1, 1. And look, that's where the door is gonna go. Woohoo! Look at that. Not a huge fan of the Celtic doors? Really? I really like the Celtic wall set. I honestly really do. I love the design of the Celtic walls. But then I've always been a big fan of like the Celtic knots and stuff like that. So maybe that's because. Walls, yes. Doors, no. Let's take a look at the door. We have to find a good door. There's the Shadow Guard doors. Jungle, Garish. Ruined door. Gargish, secret door. Oh, see no Celtic door. Oh yeah, there is no Celtic door. So we're gonna have to figure one out, I guess. Let's see if this one fits. I mean, kind of. We've got to match up like the color at least, because the last thing I want is to put something like, you know, this there. Like, you know, or not that, this there, and just be like, oh yes, please come into my outhouse. No. 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 They all look funky on it. I mean, they do. You know what I do in these instances is I just go classic. I go with one of these. I go classic with one of these then. When it's really hard, make a waterfall that you just walk through. That'd be fun. I just do one of these then when I can't find one that really fits real well. I just do that. It makes it so easy for me. You know what, though? I'm really regretting not, like, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. They must make the correct doors. I'm regretting now the whole floor template. Because now you can't see the corners of the floor. Why? Oh my gosh. See? Because when you put the walls up, you can't see it now. No! No! All right, we're redoing this. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, Fenneko. I swear everybody's just like, I'm sorry. I can't help it. All right. So, let's do this now. I know it's going to look a little funky, but it'll make sense. It'll make sense. It will all make sense. It will. I promise. It will all make sense. Yeah. It's always been that way unless you have an open, quote, floor plan. Yeah, this is how it starts. 10 hours and be happy. Oh no. What have I done? No, we'll make it. We'll make it. We will build this in under 10 hours. Now, here's where the real time consuming is going to come in. It's going to be dressing our house. Just letting you know. Been building your Zento house all week. No, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm gonna actually put it all the way. Should I put it all the way here? It looks kind of weird that way. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. It looks better that way, I think. It looks better this way. Doesn't that look better? That looks better. It's a multiple stream layout for sure. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, let's see. We have to get our house just right. It's our special home. Here we go. I'm gonna move it up one. I just did that and I'm gonna move it up one. Why do I do this to myself? I swear, why? Why? I keep forgetting that the walls take up like 2 full like squares. I do. I keep forgetting that they do. Look at that. It's beautiful. I built and started over like 3 times OCD. I know, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, okay? The one thing we don't want to build is a cube. We are not building a cube. We're building a house, not a cube. And it can only be 2 stories, especially if we're going to do a roof. So that's the other thing that you have to remember when you're building houses. No Borg cubes. No Borg cubes, Phoenix. The thing that you have to remember is when you're building a house and you want to do a roof, you're going to lose that 3rd floor. You're going to absolutely lose that whole 3rd floor. 10 hours later, it's a cube. No, absolutely not. No, we are not making a cube. No, we are not. All right, let's go on the 2nd floor. I think I'm going to mimic. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lay all of these tiles down right away. And then we'll put our standard, thing afterwards. because I think that's going to make more sense than anything, just to do this first. But look at that. I mean, we're going to make it look really nice. We are. I love the Celtic wall tiles. They're so pretty. They make me happy. You gotta find joy, you know? You do know a square is a form of a cube. I know, but the whole house doesn't have to be a cube. Isn't there a shortcut to drag and select? I literally was just holding the button down and doing that. I mean, there probably is, but it's the way I've always done it. And it's more fun doing it like this. I get to be crazy. I get to go crazy. All right. At the end of the day, it would always be a cube. It's like scribbling on a coloring page. It is! I like it. Because I can never go outside the lines. All right. Let's go back to walls. And I want to keep with the Celtic walls. Silverwing, you're being so patient out there. All right. Now, we said we wanted to mix it up. So I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to see what this looks like. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Okay. I see you. I see you. But we're not going to build a cube. Remember? We're not building a cube. So, I'm going to build a patio. Because I want a patio. I want to be able to sit out on my porch and just wave to everybody. I want to be like the queen. Hello. How's it going? Like the ones with the wood in the middle mixed with the full... Yeah, those are pretty nice too. Those are nice. I might use those on the second floor. Nah, she's just frozen dead in her tracks. Oh my goodness. So, okay, we're going to build a nice little patio. Let's see. I need this one here and this one here. All right. I'm going to put... I think we're going to put the wall... I think we're going to put it here. Because this is going to be like our rooms. You know what I mean? That's not a little patio. Well, okay, so keep in mind, you lose basically this row here and this row here. So you're losing one row. So if I go here, it means I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 spaces. Now I can do 1, 2, 3. But again, then I technically only have these areas to put things in. And that means when I want to put something down, I won't be able to walk around it. That's a grand balcony question. What's your question? Is it going to be a wraparound patio? Ooh. But no, because that would make we wouldn't be able to have like, you know, a nice, you know, we wouldn't be able to have a nice bedroom and study. Fenneko needs a study. We need a study, okay? We need a nice library. At 3 hours to the already 10-hour building plan? No, it's not going to take that long. I promise. Okay? It's okay. We're already an hour in. All right, so we're going to keep going, and right there should be where our wall, nope, right there, I think, is where our wall is, so there we go. To be fair, she spent most of the first hour on patch notes. That's true, that's true. We did spend a long time on patch notes. We really did. We spent quite a long time. Hello. Oh, that's right. We were going to use the other tiles too. We want some windows, but we also, I want to use these tiles too. So 1, 2 in there. Woohoo! Alrighty. Yeah, I know. I need to fix the foundation. Thieves in the neighborhood, I see. Great choice. You be nice. You be nice. They're just watching. They're curious. Let them be curious. I think it's nice. They want to be curious. All right. Let's see. Oh, no. I didn't want that wall. No. What in the... What in the heck? No. I don't want that wall. I want that wall. And that wall. See? Make it pretty. Fen in the hood. Oh, we forgot our corner piece. We need this. Otherwise, it'll yell at us and tell us that we're not building correctly. Which is kind of crazy, but, you know. All right, I'm going to put this one here. Skip one, put it there. Skip one, let's see. Skip one, put it there. Skip one, put it there. I'm gonna go do something Fenneko doesn't do. I'm gonna go train my dragon while watching the stream. I do train my dragon. What are you talking about? I do train my... We got to get scrolls for... We're on the last step of training our dragon. We just got to get scrolls for the dragon. That's it. And then we're done, which is pretty wild in my opinion. I'm stoked about that, honestly. Maybe you should do that so folks can see what it says. Make a boo-boo. You know what happened to It That Hungers? We don't talk about that. Day, we had to leave It That Hungers on, we had to leave them on New Legacy. We had to set them free on New Legacy. We couldn't bring them back with us. Do you know where to find miniature mushrooms to make the Forager's Field Guide? Yes, go to Heartwood. It's the tiny little red mushrooms that you need for another quest, but they're all on the ground in Heartwood. I really wanted to use the orange-colored floor tiles in Zento, but you can't see invalid tiles. Yeah, that's the problem. Now, the problem is with building a roof, it's gonna be challenging, to say the least, because of the what's the word I'm looking for? It's gonna be challenging because we're going to need to bounce back and forth between classic client and enhanced clients, because sometimes the EC doesn't pick up those orange tiles when you're building a roof. So it is super, super important to have your classic client available when you're doing a roof. So I always say, if you're going to do a roof, you really, really, really have to have your classic client available. And I know a lot of people are just like, that doesn't, you know, I don't like that. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to put these windows here. You should be able to use the roof floor for the roof. I mean, you can, but so here's the thing. If we want to make like a actual roof, then we need the whole third floor. We need that whole floor and parts of the second floor. So it's kind of crazy to build a roof. It is super duper time consuming. The last roof that I did, it took me over an hour just to do the roof. And that's just because it is so time consuming to try and get everything right. It's trial and error, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because you got to figure out where You need to start, and you got to start low. So you have to start low and work your way up. And there's where the problem comes in. You have to start low and work your way up. So, I mean, we can build the base of a roof to, like, we can build the base for a roof today, but it's good. Roofs take time, and they're crazy hard to put together sometimes. So yeah. If you guys don't want to see a roof being built, that is fine. I can do it on my own, on the side. I have no problem doing that. Just let me know. Otherwise, if you are okay with, seeing the roof, seeing a roof being built, I am more than happy to show that. Absolutely. I just want everybody to understand that if I do a roof, it is going to take time, and a lot of it. Like I said, it's everybody's call. I'm good either way. Oh yeah, do a roof? Okay. Like I said, I have no problem doing one. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm happy to do one. Like I said, it really does take a lot of time to do. That's all. Oh no, we're off by one. I see it now. Are we? Are we off by one? I don't think we are. Oh yeah, we are. We're off by one. All right. Not a problem. You can just do that. Yeah, I want to see it. I was able to get a roof on a shed on the plot, but not the rest. Yeah. It's like I said, I have no problem doing it. I can definitely do a roof. Like I said, it just takes time, that's all. It's very time consuming. Okay, let me see here. We're gonna put our little balcony here. And I'll see what I can do about getting this done quickly then with our beautiful Celtic wall tiles so that we can get started on a roof pretty easily. Well, we have time. That's true. That's true. So, okay. So here's the thing. When building a roof, okay, this is where it gets tricky. And this is where a lot of people kind of mess it up. So, I'm going to do a very basic bark scale roof. We got the whole 10 hours. We're good. I like to do a basic roof. Now, the problem is you see all these roofing tiles? All of those, every last one of these, you have to figure out which ones go to which. And there's where the problem comes in. Because some of these are for like these cross roofs. Some of these are for the larger roofs. And some of these are just for a very basic roof. So you really have to pick and choose. So I'm going to go with a very simple roof, okay? We're just going to do a basic, one across kind of thing. Now, what we're going to want to do, so this is going this way. This is going this way. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, we can't do it that way. Right. Okay. See what I mean? This takes a while to figure out. Let me think. I'm trying to find the roof tile. There, I think that's it. It's hard to see these sometimes. Let's see. Maybe we can find a better one that's a little bit easier for everybody to see. Oh, we'll just do this. You just want an overhang from the... We'll do this roof. It's super easy to see everything. Now, when you have a large roof like this, you're gonna want to make sure that you have something that's going to cover this area on the side here and this on the side here. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a gaping hole, and you don't want a gaping hole. It doesn't look good. Okay, it really doesn't. I wish there was a button you could select and drag over the area to cover and hit select. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. If there was just the basic roof tool, that'd be pretty cool. So the thing is trying to find the pieces that I'm looking for. Some of these are a little bit better than others. Wooden shingles. Does this one have it? Let's see. I'm trying to find one that'll be real easy to kind of see. I mean, the Zento ones are super easy to see. The nice thing about the Zento ones is they have these. They have these tiles where it kind of like goes off like here so that you can see the sides. We can see. Let's see what a Zento roof would look like on this guy here. Yeah, so here's the thing. You see how this goes over just fine, but as soon as you put it next to a wall... Hey, Robo! Oh, you're all good. You see how this one kind of... It kind of gets hidden in the walls there. That's why you gotta kind of raise it up. But you can't raise it up too much. Otherwise, you'll never get a full roof on. Let's see, 5. Yeah, I think that should be good. So, what we want to do is I'm going to build it this way just because it will work better this way. Oh, dear. It's the only thing I hate about doing roofs is you really have to pay attention where you're clicking. Because sometimes... Let me tell you. All right. It's a 10-hour design stream. It is not. You stop. It is not. All right. So what you do is you want to lay your base frame. And what I want to do is I need to find these corner pieces that are going to fit best. So like this one here. Because I'm doing the high slant, you have to find a high slant one. So you're going to want to do one that actually has that higher slant. If you're doing the lower slant roof, then you'll want to do, you know, a different one. But I'm going to do this one simply because I think it's the easiest to do. Oh dear. That's the other problem I hate. I hate doing roofs sometimes. Because... So, you see how this one is? You see how it has to go there? So we may have to raise it up one more so it fits that. So, like I said, a lot of roofs are trial and error. And yeah, sometimes you're going to delete tiles in the process, and it is annoying. So don't worry if, you know, you're working on a roof and you're like, oh, now I have to delete this stuff. It's perfectly okay. It happens. It's okay. I always forget that I should always start on this corner. So I'm going to see, can I raise it one more? I can't. Whoops. So that would be where my roof starts. There's a lot of bugs on it. Yeah, there is. There is. So that's why we're doing it in the EC. So here you go. See, so this is where my roof has to start. And that's just because of the way everything is. Now, if I want to prevent that, I can move that wall over. But then I have to keep a tile here. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to move that wall over. Now, if you have a nice enough roof, you won't have to. It kind of blends. So you won't necessarily notice it. It won't be like super obvious. So I like to, I always find, and I keep forgetting because I don't do roofs all that often, simply because they can be such a pain. I always try to do the corners first. And yeah, there are some corners that are going to fit much better than others. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. And it's tragic. It really is. It's absolutely tragic. But it is the way it is. All right. So the next thing we have is we have this ceramic roof piece. And see what I mean about how that's going to fit there? And you're going to have that edge come right to that wall. Now, if you want, you can start on the third floor and keep going. However, depending on how high that roof is, you might not be able to get the top. You might have a missing strip on the top. So it depends on how high your roof is. So like right now we're at 6. You can go 6 up and that is it. So like, for example, I'm notorious for doing it this way, but I tend to build the roof and then I notice, oh, I could have gone up one more. But then what I do, the easy thing that I can do is I can go, oh, well then it's super easy. I'll just, add, another layer. It's not huge difference, but I mean, yeah. So then the next piece that I need is this piece. And yeah, it goes there. It's a weird little piece. I hate that little piece. It's a weird piece. All right, so the next thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to start doing the sides. Now, if you just want a roof to kind of, if you just want it to look like, like you have a roof, just, you just want the feel of the roof, you can end it right there. It's not a big deal. Just keep in mind, these roof tiles right here, those you're going to be stuck seeing those always. So anything that you build is going to have to be within this small area. Just keep that in mind. So you're going to lose a lot of space when you do a roof. You really, really do. Roofs they're really nice when they're done really pretty, but you lose a lot of space when you do a roof. All right, so now we need, where to go? There it is. Now we need the tiles. Nope, wrong one. Is it? No, it's not that one. There it is. So now we need to keep going across. And we go across there. All right, so we have the beginnings of a roof, okay? So now here's where everything is going to kind of fall apart, okay? And this is where it gets super annoying, okay? Oh, I forgot. We made a 4-story, didn't we? We did, didn't we? I thought we had a 3-story. Don't say it, Day. Don't say 10 hours. Do not. Don't say it. Don't say it. Do not. Do not say it. You do not want to say it. 20. So, okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to just erase these then, and we'll fill this back in. That won't take but a minute to do. But that's the gist of it. Okay? Oh, gosh. This is why I hate doing roofs. I hate doing roofs sometimes because it doesn't matter how well you prep for doing one, it seems to all go wrong. No, why? That's okay. It just takes a moment to fix. Not a big deal. Especially now that we have, like, if you have one side that's already done, it makes it super easy. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to put that one there, that one there, do that one there, that one there, and that one there, and then we just got to add the wood tiles in here, and there, and there, and there, and there. And then we just fill in the blanks. Easy peasy. It's a building stream that never ends. It goes on and on. Yeah, no. It can be a painful process. It really can. Making a roof can be a lot. I mean, it can be really stressful, honestly. I mean, you can, I've seen people who have made tons of roofs, tons of them, and it still takes them forever, and they still will mess it up. And it's not like it's intentional, it's just the way it is. So, no such thing as a fast roof. There really isn't. There really isn't. So, okay. Let's see here. Ooh, you know what we can do? Hey, Boomland! What we can do is we can turn this upper area into like more of a garden area with a small like work area maybe in the middle. Oh, this could be the area for the pets. We'll make a nice little pet area up here. I like that idea. I'm going with it. I'm going with it because it makes me happy and I want to see our pets happy. So yes, I'm going to color because I can't go outside the lines. Haha. Haha. See? Can't go outside the lines. Look at that. Cinderwing's bathroom. It's a place where pets can hang out and we can have picnics and nice things. Among that area, then you won't get your 4th floor. Oh no, the 4th floor is the roof. We're still gonna do a roof. I'm just gonna cheat at it. You'll see what I mean. I'm gonna cheat at it. You will see what I mean. Okay, we're super gonna cheat at this. I know. We're gonna super cheat. This should be interesting. Oh no. You just make the roof flat. Like it's the easiest way to do a roof, honestly. It really is. It is the absolute easiest way to do one. I'm not mad about that either, because That's the way I sometimes just do it, because I don't want to have to deal with making a roof. Oh, this thing gets in the way. See, I missed a tile. Look at that. All right, so I'm just going to go all the way around yet. I'm staying a house, and it's not even an 18 by 18. It's an 18 by 17. Oh, no. So we did it this way. Now, hear me out, because this is going to change. This is going to change yet. So, stupid, awkward numbers, I know. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to build like a small, like, stable area for our nice, beautiful pets. They deserve a beautiful area for their special, you know. They need a special area just for them. So we're going to build a nice little stable area just for them. So, see? We're going to build them a nice stable area, and it's going to be simple, and the roof number is going to be, the roof is going to be actually quite small in the end. See? I'm using the noggin today. Oh dear. Not what I meant to do. Thank you for that. All right. Let's see here. All right. Oh, wait, that isn't the one I wanted. Is it? No, it's not. That's the one I wanted. And that's the one I wanted. Okie dokie. And we're going to add some nice, beautiful windows for our pets, because circulation is key. They need air. Fresh, beautiful air. Going to use teleporters for moving. I'm going to kind of probably use a combination. So stairs are kind of the last thing I worry about. Fix that corner. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of corners I need to fix yet. I'll get there. I'll get there. There we go. And then I'm going to add in my special tiles as I fill everything in, so that I don't have to worry. There we go. 2, 3. Now we're going to leave a nice little opening for our pets. And then let's make a nice ground area. I need a nice ground, a nice dirt area for them to kind of hang out, you know? They need that. I'm going to make the... let's see. I'm going to hide the walls for now. Okay, we need to go one more. Oh, looks like we need to put a grass tile there. Interesting. I'm coloring. Yes, I am. Coloring. All right, and we're going to put one of those guys there, and then we're going to show the walls. See? Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. No, we're gonna do a combination of stairs and ground and everything. So let me go back to this, because they need more windows for sure. They need some windows that look nice. We're going to give them a couple slit windows here. Oh, actually, no. We're going to do the same. We're going to do these windows here. And then, I'm going to do the slit windows there and there. There we go. That looks nice. And then let's add a nice, beautiful window here and here. Look at that. That's lovely. They have a beautiful little area now to kind of, you know, enjoy. I like it. I like it. And since our roof isn't going to be super tall now, theoretically, we can build it all on the 4th floor. So let's go to floor 4 and get started on our roof. Now I'm going to stick with these tiles, and the reason why is because they are, I think they fit a little bit better, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Oh, whoops. Eee. We need to go down. Now, you see what I mean? About how this one sits here. Right? And this is where you're going to want to go down one. Because you need this to come here. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to say 6 probably. Ooh. Yeah. So, okay. So now we know. Hello. Oh. Now we know that we have to start here at 6. Okay? So, this is where all the annoyance comes in with these things, and it really is kind of an annoyance. Because, yeah. Again, see how it's gonna hit there? You're either gonna have a gap, or you're gonna go right up against the wall. There's like no two ways about it, unfortunately. I don't know why. Because you can't go over this way. So you got to bring it in. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. There. All right, so we have our corners. We're going to put our nice tiles up now. And we're going to keep going. And since we are not going to be using that 4th floor, we won't need to worry about really doing anything with the 4th floor. So, I mean, that makes life a little bit easier in the end. But you see what I mean? How you lose part of that, you lose part of the building. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right. Now, here's where the problems start. Because you have to figure out where it matches best. So, yeah. So, like, for example, how's that going to work? So, we put that there, and we go down one. And if we look at it from, like, outside, when we get, like, done, that's where it all gets mucked up. I know, and it's annoying. Yes, it should. Logically, it should. But it's not. Do you see what I mean about how irritating making a roof can actually be. Making a roof is not as easy as everybody thinks. Because see, there's that gap. We have that there, but there's that gap. So, see? Now, if I can try and go up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase. Oh, shoot. I got to go. Reminder, if you do erase, you have to go back to the level you erased from. So now I'm going to take this tile. I'm going to go, is that going to work? No. Is that going to work? Let's try up one more. Oh, look at that. Now it fits perfect. But now look, we're already at 4. We've only got 2 levels we can go now. And this is where playing with the roof really, it really is, it's hard. It's really hard to figure out. So now we got to go back and we got to figure out where this one comes in again. So we know it's not 1. Was it 3? No, it was 4. So see, there's 4. Yep, 6 to 4. Isn't it wild? It's crazy how this goes. Like I said, making a roof, it's not super easy. It's annoying. That's what it is. Because you could spend all this time building a roof and you might be 1 tile short. And now you got to start all over again. Why is the chat so stretched on the stream? Oh, it's because from the far right corner. So let me see if I can move it back. Let me see if it'll work that way. I mean, I can put it back there if you can read it okay. The problem is the EC is so much lighter than the classic client. So it's a little bit harder, you know, to see everything a little bit easier. All right. Now, we're getting closer, but we only have 2 more levels to go. Okay? So, what do you think? So now we have to sit there and hope that we get it within that tile space. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And there's where the epic problem comes in. So we're going to keep going at it. We're going to keep doing it until we get to that point. Hey, Hobbs! I see you have fun with roofs. I mean, if you can call it that, sure. Frustrating is more the word I would use, but you know. All right, now we're going to keep building. We're going to keep it going, and we're just going to hope that we're going to make it. And look at that. We have made it. So now here's where your finale comes in. These tiles right here. So now we got to go up 1 more. There we go. But now they should work perfectly. They should. But do you see the problem? So these tiles right here are telling me they're not being upheld. They are not able to be up on their own. They are not able. So this is where I am very adamant. Use your classic client. Classic client is your friend. And the reason why is because that is where you're going to have the problems. So using the wrong tile multiple times, where do you see the wrong tile? Did I miss it? Did I screw up already? Was I using the wrong tile? Was I seriously? The Y several times. Oh, yeah. I see what I did. Okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah. There we go. So here's where the problem comes in. Because those are orange. And like I said, this is where like I said, I always tell people, you know, okay, so you always want to back up your design. Back it up every single time. Back up your design. Now I need the Y tile the other way on that side. Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, gosh. I swear I used that right tile. Yeah, that's the right tile. That's the correct tile. Yep, that's the correct tile. No, I did it right. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. So always back up, back up, back up. I tend to do it a couple times to make sure that, you know, it is backed up completely. Because this is where all of your problems are going to come in. This is orange. Now what it's showing orange on here, 10 hours chat, brace yourselves. No! Because server sync is never an issue. Right. So, and this is why I say get yourself the classic client, get it open, because you're going to want to make sure that all of your tiles are fitting properly. Now, here's where my problem is going to come in. And that is because I see on the web client, it's not going to show me those tiles. So I'm not going to be able to see it. So now I have to look on the regular classic client. Okay, so give me a second. And I'm going to do that quick. Let's see here. I'm going to log out. We've already backed up the design, so don't worry. Okay, do not worry. They will be there once they have been placed. Just can't use the web client to place them. Oh, okay. That works then. That works for me. Let's see if we can get that going then. I just wonder if that's going to show me everything just right. Oh, I didn't know that was on again. Dang it. All right. Now, see what I'm saying? That whole top tier is missing. That whole top tier is missing. So now we got to go back in here. This is where it drives me crazy. It loves to drive me crazy. Yeah, those tiles are in the web client. Yeah, no, 100%. here we go. Now, look at this. If this ain't crazy, I don't know what is. You see how in this client, right? Now, in this client, they don't match. At least no one died yet. True. See in this client? They don't match. Why, you ask? I don't know. See? But look. They don't match. Yep. And there's where your problem comes in. That's where most of your problem comes in, is trying to align everything. And this is where it gets super problematic. And most people just give up after this point because they just feel like it's not going to matter at this point. So I will typically just go, look, it's good enough. It's what you're going to get. Now, see, now because we're on 3, it all gets mucked up. I do believe so. This is just game hating on Fenneko. I know. So this is where all of the frustration comes in when you're building a roof, because everything that can go wrong will. And it's annoying. It's infuriating. Because look, now that's 6. Now that's 6. What? Do what Bob Ross says. Make happy little trees. Now you've deleted the top. If they cleaned it up. Left to right, save time. So yeah, so here's the thing. I'm going to go all the way down to 1. See this? That's 1. I'll show you. That's 1. Right? Slightly below. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. So watch. That's 1, right? I'll do the corner piece so you can see it a little bit better. That's 1. See how it's slightly elevated? Fenneko fights for her life with the roof tiles. See how it's slightly elevated? Right? Your logo is on top of the building menu. Is it really? Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I'll move it in the middle. There we go. All right. You see how it's slightly above that? Ever so slightly above that? That's where your problem comes in. So when you're building in the EC and the CC, this is where it all comes down to. Okay? So now I'm going to try and build it in the east or in the CC and see what we can do. Okay? I'm going to build it here, and we're going to see if we can make a completed roof. Ah, dang it. It's infuriating. I know. It's infuriating. It gets frustrating really, really fast. So I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Can't see the height, oh, you already said, I already read that one. Okay. So we're going to start over. Okay. We're going to start over building this roof. And we're going to do it in the CC. Now, notice in the CC, it covers that full edge. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? It covers the full edge in the CC. But in the EC, it's leaving that whole side. Okay? This is why I always say, get yourself the EC and the CC. And I know a lot of people are like, why? That seems like, a lot. If you want to do this kind of stuff, you need it. You need it. All right, now we're going to go up one. And we're going to take our corners again. And you notice now they're overlapping. So now watch. 2, 3, still not good. 4, we could. 5. That's where it is. Are you seeing where I'm getting at here? Did you use the new Celtic wall tiles? Yes, I did. Yes, I actually did. This whole house, basically. That's unfortunate, actually. Yeah. So therein lies the problem. When you're building a roof, you kind of have to go down. You're almost using 2 floors when you do this. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to use almost 2 full floors. So when you do 6, you see, but you almost have to go 1 even below that to make it work. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 below. I want to say, you know what? Let's test our theory, shall we? Now, see, that's where it gets fudged up. There. Now, 1, ground level. 2, slightly above. 3, slightly above. Covers that. 4, and we're slightly there. And then 5 is where we are here. So you see what I'm saying? When you go to the next level, you have to start at 1 and work your way up. That's 3. That's 5. But then look where 6 is. That's why I use flat roofs, more storage place too. I have my gardening beds, lighthouse, and garden shed up there. Yeah. So, well, if this has taught anybody anything, I want you to know that building a roof can be super stressful, and typically it will take you 2 floors to build a roof. So, that being in mind, we're just going to do a nice flat roof with this. And we're going to forego the whole roof thing because, again, it just gets messy. It just gets really, really messy, you know? Because this is what they deem as 4. That's what they deem as 4. Ain't nobody got time for that. I know. I know. It's, but you see what I'm saying? It's so problematic. Because even if I go to 6, it's not gonna match up. So what we're gonna do is we are going to erase those because, like I said, you are gonna use about 2 floors. Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna use 2 floors just to get to that. Oh dear, I deleted dirt. And a wall. I deleted dirt and a wall. And another wall. And more dirt. Well, I mean, it's something that, you know, can be easily brought to attention. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, we can easily do that. And it's okay. So that's what we're going to do. Not for 2 hours. No. It wasn't 2 hours. It wasn't 2 hours. But we're just going to go to the 4th floor and we're going to wrap this up and get our house basically at least done. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the roof tiles. Is that the thatched roof tiles? No. Those aren't it, are they? Were they? I try to remember where they all are, but sometimes I forget. It's not every day. I'm not building a house like every single day, so to be fair. Oh my, look at the time. Ah, no! No. Oh, phew. Okay. All right. I mean, we can just do, let me see if it's got it. No, all of these are going to be like roofing tiles. So we just want the basic, I do believe it's these that are the roof. I do believe it's those that are the roof, that are technically the roofing tiles on like the banks and stuff. When everything disappears, yeah. All right, and then yeah, we can just kind of leave it at that if we want to. Otherwise, we can put a small wall up there as well to kind of, you know, signify that that is, you know, it, so to speak. There are smaller ones that we can use, like these. Honestly, I think they're going to be too bright for it, though. Honestly, I wish they had really, really tiny ones like the one does, but they don't. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did it again. I can't believe I did it again. Staircases, Fenneko. Yes, you're right. You're right. We'll add staircases. Okay. Let's go down to the 1st floor. We need a staircase, so let's build some stairs. I want light stairs. Something that's going to match with this. Those match, you think? Those match pretty close. So I'm going to put the stairs right in the middle. It's called foreshadowing. Oh my goodness. All right. Then we're going to go up to the next floor. There's where that goes in. And then I am going to build a staircase, I think right here. Oh. Yeah, right here, I think. And then that goes up to the 3rd floor. Oops. I always click that wrong one. And that brings us up here. So we're going to back it up and we're going to commit. Say, okay. Ta-da! And then we're just going to change the foundation style because that looks terrible. A little bit better, maybe. How about that one? Oh, that one matches a lot better. I like that one. Yeah. A central pillar, so glad they let you craft those down. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, we open the door. Ugh, really? There we go. We have our special house and our stable area. And what we're going to do next time is we're going to work on building walls and stuff to kind of separate everything. Now we can make those ourselves or we can build them in game. So, you know, you're welcome to input your feedback, message me, let me know what you think. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll decide. Still going to do Dragon Nest when there's new content coming. Yeah, we're still going to do all that good stuff. We're going to do this every Friday. So on Wednesdays, we're still going to do our usual stuff. And then Fridays are going to be our chill, let's focus on the house and everything else. So yeah. Right on Dragonfell so I can see my terrible design. Oh, definitely. I would love to see your guys' designs. I really would. So yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really like the idea of us doing this. I do enjoy doing this a lot. Yeah, I think it's so much fun. And it kind of gives me a little bit... It kind of gives me a little bit to kind of touch base with you guys and have a good time. You know, I really like that. Looks pretty cool. Sweet mount. Thank you, Gardner. Need to make a community room library. Ooh, there's an idea. I like that idea. Come to Great Lakes. I mean, that's something I can definitely look into too. I mean, I'm happy to go anywhere and everywhere. All right. But yeah, Friday. So Wednesday, what we're going to do is we're going to do our content thing. And then Friday, what we're going to do is that's going to be our chill stream where we're going to do the building of the house and furniture and just kind of decorating and everything and having a good time with all that. Lots of folks coming back to the fold, so building a house makes sense. Absolutely. And the new Celtic wall tiles are absolutely stunning. And you can use different parts of different pieces to kind of make it work. Like we have those stairs, they work very nicely. The foundation works very nicely with that. So being able to kind of incorporate the new with the old and get all that kind of pulled together, I think is going to look really, really sharp. And yeah, we'll have a lot of fun doing this. I just know we will. That's why she needs an egg storage house. But yes, Fenneko finally got her house, and we can work on it together and have so much fun and do all that good stuff. So here's I know I'm gonna say it. Here's your homework. I want you gotta message me. Either email it to me, message it to me on Discord. It doesn't matter how you do it. I want to see what you think, okay? What do you think? Machete, you're on Great Lakes too? Awesome. I want to see what your ideas are. What kind of furniture should we look at making? What kind of deco should we be looking for? You know, all that good stuff. If you have some stuff that you think will go well with the house, I mean, there is my mailbox on Catskills as well. So you're welcome to put stuff in there. Just understand that, you know, once it's in the house, it's in the house. It's in the house. That's it. So, but we're going to try and do as much as we can on our own to try and kind of have fun with it. Okay. But yeah, for sure. What'll happen to your shack? It's still always going to be there. We're going to move some stuff over, but it's always going to be there. No, it's still there. I promise you, it's still there. We're going to mark a rune for this house before we depart. Yeah, we're going to mark a rune for this house. Don't you worry. We're going to mark a rune for this house. I'm going to drop a rune now. Let's see. I'll just drop this rune here. And we're going to mark it. And there we go. We'll put that in the book. And look at that. We have our nice little house in there. I see carpet tiles and SOS fishing for deco in your future. Don't forget to name it. The house already has a name. The house has a name. I dock at the shack. No iDocs. So yeah, what I'll do is I will show you the house is still there. It's not going anywhere. I promise you it is still there 100%. See, still there, open to the public, still owned by me. It's okay. I know this is not the usual for people. This is not the usual for the average player. So, you know, do keep that in mind that, you know, if you are new to the game or you do not know this, players are only, she has special privileges as a CM. Yes, 100%. If you are placing a house and you already have one, your house, the previous house that you have will fall. It's inevitable. It will happen. So do not place a house if you already have one. And that includes if you have one on another shard. So do not place a house if you already have one anywhere except for Siege, Mugen, and New Legacy Japan. Be sure, remember to put something to res people in there. It's your house after all. Oh, rude. I will make sure though. But yeah, so we've got all that now in there and we're gonna have some fun building rooms and everything and just having a good time. So yeah, I would love to see what you would like in the house to have some fun with it. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. But yes, Wednesdays we will still continue doing maps and new content and all that good stuff. And then Fridays are going to be just our nice chill, let's have fun with it stream. Okay? So with that being said, unfortunately, it does mean that our stream time has officially ended. I know, I'm sad. I had fun. Honestly, I wish I could just continue with just building the house and working on it and having a good time and all that good stuff. I really do. I really wish I could, because where did the time go? I know. I want to so bad, but unfortunately that is not the way it goes sometimes. And if we do it all in one go, then what will we have time? What will we do? So, we have to do the to be continued on there. Because yeah, you gotta keep watching, right? That's how I get you. You gotta keep watching. But, yeah, unfortunately, that is the way it's going to go. We are going to have to call it for the evening. As much as, like I said, I really hate to, but it is the way it is. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I wish I could stick around. But there's more fun to come next week. I promise you, there's so much more fun to come next week. We've got 123. So this weekend, I am telling you, you need to check out Publish 123 on the TC1 server. Please remember, if you are on the Discord, don't forget to check out the TC1 chat. Add your feedback, any bugs you find, and you can chat with your fellow players about all the content that you're seeing in that specific area. So please, and make sure the feedback is constructive. And I know everybody hates to hear that specific term, but constructive feedback really helps the developers. If you're just saying X, this sucks, right? That doesn't help. If you say, well, I don't like this, that's not going to help. But if you say, hey, so I don't like the way this is because X, Y, and Z, or this is broken because of X, Y, and Z, or something like that. Be constructive about what you're looking for. Or say, hey, I don't like this because of this. I would rather see this. That helps. So be constructive in the criticism that you give to the developers. How rude to cancel. What? Huh? It canceled the stream? What? How did it cancel? Try refreshing. Try refreshing. What happened? Is it? Can you refresh it? It's on private? Stream on YouTube died? No. Oh no. Oh no. Let me see. I'm checking right now. It says I'm still live. Okay, try it again now. YouTube being up. I think so. Try it again now, because I just checked. I just refreshed everything. And it's saying, it says public on my end. I don't know why. Hopefully it's working. Hopefully it's working. It'll be so long. I'm hanging on with my Twitch bros. It's on for you. Okay. That's weird. I don't know. It's back up now? That is bizarre. I don't know. I don't know. All I did was refresh it. I don't know. This time I didn't. My hands were here the whole time. But in any case, yeah, constructive criticism, please. Don't be a negative Nancy. Yes. But yes, please, more like be good to blank screen. No, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Just for a moment so I can give you my leave for the evening. But like I said, be sure to check out be sure to check out TC1 for all the new content. There's a lot of it. UO.com, check out the publish notes for 123. There is a list there of stuff. I only touched base on the very, basics and the TLDR versions of that stuff. There is a whole lot more that is on there, so you're going to want to check that out. New shaving implement macro keys. I don't think so. I might have bumped it. There's so many sensitive keys on this thing. I don't know. I thought I broke my keyboard earlier today. I swear, it wouldn't light up. I don't know what I did. And I literally, I got to the point where I was just like, button. I don't know which one I pressed, and then suddenly it started glowing again, and I went, well, okay. So I don't know. This thing is so sensitive. I barely touch a key and it will I was typing up something and I let my fingers rest on the keyboard sometimes, and I can't do that anymore. Because my finger was resting on the I key, and there's a million I's going by, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So it's super sensitive too. So I could have 100%. Fenneko said, alrighty then. All right. Yes, look at that. It already kicked me out. So yeah. Check out TC1, check out the publish notes on UO.com. You're going to want to check all that stuff out because it is there is a lot of content there, and you really don't want to miss out on any of it. So be sure to check it out. The Sprite Light content, super duper fun. I had a really fun time playing with that and having a great time just finding mushrooms, using the truffle hog, all that good stuff. It was super, super fun. So do check it out. It's nice that you can kind of do things without like having to worry heavily about, everything around you. So just talked about the macro keys and the game crashed. I'm telling you, hands are here. So yeah, do check it out. It's a lot of fun. It'll give you kind of an idea, but make sure that you have the great thing about TC1 is you can set your skills for like alchemy and, inscription and cooking and tailoring and all that stuff. You can set it to 100 as you need it. So yeah. Yes, Hobbs, indeed. All right, guys. That is it for me for today. Don't forget, Tuesday, Thursday, our usual Japanese stream. That is in the early morning. But if you talk in the chat, I will be happy to talk with you in English. Otherwise, Wednesday is going to be our stream where we're going to have fun going out, battling stuff, getting more eggs, all that great stuff, and new content. And then on Fridays, we're going to be continuing on with our house, building our house, and adding all the fun stuff in between. Kind of learning where Fenneko's style lies. Okay, so I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that follow button. More importantly, the like button really helps us out in the algorithm. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell. Lets you know every time that we post a live stream or a video. UO.com, your number one source of all things UO related. And heck, while you're there, go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. That's how you're going to stay in the know about UO. And finally, the Discord. If live one-on-one chatting is your jam and you like giveaways, you're definitely going to want to check out the Discord. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun. This was super, super fun, and I cannot wait to continue this next week. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a very safe and happy and wholesome weekend. I know the weather's going to get crazy, so please, please, please stay safe. But yes, I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Stay safe out there. And as always, be good to each other. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.